Hi, this is Tiya from Invincible Publishers, and today I have Mridul Sharma with me here, the best-selling author of the book named The Pill That Worked. So let's have a conversation with Mridul himself. So hi Mridul.
Hello.
Firstly, thank you for coming here.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. So first, can you start by telling a little bit about the book which you have written?
Sure. So my book's about, as the name says, the pill that worked. It's about, analyzing what exactly goes into losing weight. So exercise, diet, and sleep. Sleep being the underappreciated player. So I went into details explaining the scientific explanations, the scientific study, and linking it to the current, what students want to improve their memory. So they can also lose weight and as well as improve their memory by just following these exercise, diet, and sleep pills that I've mentioned in my book.
So why do you think a high school student will follow this diet? I mean, for a high school student, the priority is his studies. So what motivated you to do this?
So again, speaking of personal experience, I barely got time to go exercise, let alone be conscious about my eating or my sleeping or my exercise plans. So one thing I found is after researching is that the effects you have. So once you follow your exercise diet, the basic things, you also have a direct effect in your memory boost as well. So not only students are getting the weight loss, they're also getting a boost in their memory and hence their exam grades as well.
So can you tell me a little bit more specifically about your personal experience regarding this?
So I think everybody needs to a bit of knock on their head. So that for me was, I applied to this academic program which would offer me opportunity to start studying not for a fully funded program, very enticing for every high school student, right? So I applied to this program, cleared a lot of stages, but I was stuck at the final stage, not because of academics, even though the name is for academics. It was about I had low scores in the sports and physical fitness, and that really bummed me out. Like I said, I really wanted to go, and physical fitness is what stopped me. So that's exactly what really motivated me to focus on my physical aspect as well.
Okay, so this is the key point which motivated you to start with this diet thing and exercise thing.
Yeah, that was the knock on my head. You can say that.
So what is that one advice which you would want to give to today's generation about maintaining their health, physical and mental both?
So as I mentioned in my book, I brought up sleep, exercise, and diet pills. So what really the key aspect is understanding your own body. It's not about if you're a science student or not. It's about understanding how your body works. As simple as that. And these three key aspects stand out the most in understanding the whole aspect. When you're awake, when you're asleep. So even when you're asleep, it might not appear that you're doing anything, but even your whole body is functioning. How your hormones are flowing. So it's very important to understand your body. That's what I would say.
Okay, so Mridul, can you give me a little bit brief about the key points which you have mentioned in your book regarding the diet?
Sure. So I think one thing that stands out the most is intermittent fasting, which is basically that you have set a number of hours where you eat, and the rest of them, the majority, where you don't eat. So what I personally did was I'll have my dinner at around 7 p.m. and I'll not eat anything after midnight that you can ask me at all. And the next meal will be directly my breakfast, which will be around 8 or 9 a.m. Right now, in our past, I graduated, so I can have my breakfast at 9 a.m. So having that 14 hours of not eating anything at all is very crucial. I've seen a lot of actors as well, talk about this intermittent fasting. So this is a widely followed phenomena, and it's basically you do nothing and you're burning fat. It's as simple as that. And second thing I'll say is avoiding sugar source drinks, and because I'll say you'll get a lot of those sodas and those fruit juices, and one thing that is very negative about them is the artificial sugar in them. So I'll say second thing that stands out the most is avoiding artificial sugar intake.
Okay, so maintaining diet plan and staying fit, it's a hot topic nowadays. So in your personal experience, what was the shortcoming you had, or what was that one mistake which you made, or it was all Right.
So before I started anything about weight loss, I went on Google, and one advice I really found consistent is doing calorie deficit. So I did what it said, and I just started cutting on calories. The more you do it, the better you get, right? But apparently that's not the case. If you overextend, if you go on extreme limits, eat calorie intake or calorie, not taking calories, it's very harmful, and that's a big mistake I made. And I had to also suffer the consequences, which I mentioned in my book.
So you have gone through ups and downs. So what is your current diet plan which you currently are following?
So right now, my current diet plan is I'm not losing weight at this point. So I follow 3 meals per day, and my calorie intake it's around 1500. And I definitely avoid some things. I eat just home cooked food, nothing too special. I avoid carbonated drinks, chips, or any things at all at any cost. So I've got a couple of constraints which I'll avoid at any cost. So my dinners are consisted of fruits, different. It's very big watermelon, apple, different types of fruits. Breakfast could be any Indian cuisine. Could be poha, chila, because I live in Delhi. That's basic breakfast for me. And lunch is normal chapati and something, could be pulao and whatever. So nothing special as of now.
So you are always this particular about your meal, or do you have cheat days?
So regarding cheat days, I've researched a little bit about cheat days, because everybody who's really following the fitness needs a break, right? And they need a change. So one thing I found is if you try to intake everything in one day, it's gonna have a lot of negative consequences. So one tip I'll say is have a cheat day divided into certain number of days period. So not just one day, be it 3-4 days. So you take a graph, like a basic graph. So it peaks at some time, but it's not just concentrated on one single day. Personally, as of now, I don't really have cheat days. My cheat days are those days where I cannot avoid those food, like outside food, like a function or something. So that currently makes my cheat days.
So while you were losing your weight, you were in your school. So how did you manage the time? Because the whole day you're in school, and then you might be having tuitions as well. So how did you manage to take time out for exercise and maintain the right diet plan?
Yeah, so
the school kids around.
Really good question. So first, intuitive idea was to join a gym, right? But then how do I join a gym when I can't devote 2 hours to it? I had my school in the early until afternoon, and then from afternoon to evening I had my tuition, so I didn't have any time besides the after 8 p.m. So that's when I used to work out. And if I had any holiday, be it of school or tuition, I'd break my workout into 30 minutes of 30 minutes of intense sessions. So one maybe could be in the early morning, and one in late night, and maybe one in the afternoon. So when I could, and also one thing I used to do is whenever I used to take a break from studies, say it's Saturday or Sunday, I'll have in those 10 minutes of break, I'll just exercise, be it jumping jacks, be it just on spot running. I'll just do something to get those bonus calorie burnouts. So one thing 99% people don't do is take stairs. And mostly I'm the only guy who's taking stairs, but I'm proud of it, and I try to squeeze in these things to get my day going and keep my body active.
So when you were overweighted, you had that goal in your head that okay, you want to lose weight, so you maintained a diet, you did your research, and you followed your diet. But now that you've lost weight, what still keeps you motivated?
So one thing is, when I was losing weight, getting into shape was a priority. But after I've done all the research and studies, and after getting to know my body, I realized it's not just about being healthy. It has far-reaching benefits, be it increasing mental capacity in my learning. So currently my motivation is I'm very motivated about excelling in academics. I don't want to compromise it at any cost. I want to have full efficiency when I'm learning, be it inside or outside classroom. So I don't want to be falling short of my energy level, be it mental or physical. This is what keeps me alive, right? Makes me follow my routine.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mridul. It was really nice talking to you, and I'm really glad that we could hear from you.
Yeah, I had a fun chat and I enjoyed every bit of it. So thanks for having me again.
Thanks to you.